Hey, do you know about the rumor that's been spreading around town recently?
Huh? What's with the sudden question?
I just wanted to talk to someone about it. I had to share it because it freaked me out when I heard it.
Oh, what's the rumor? Is it something scary?
It doesn't really have anything to do with you. I mean, even if it's true, it's not like it'll affect your wedding, right?
What? What's that supposed to mean? My wedding is coming up, you know.
Well, whatever. It's not like you're getting married right now, right? And even if it's some kind of curse or something, your wedding will probably balance it out. It's like a zero-sum thing.
You're talking nonsense. Just get to the point already. What's this rumor you're talking about?
Okay. Listen to this. Apparently at night, late into the night, something strange happens around here.
What? What happens? You're scaring me already.
It's the car burglaries that have been happening. They say it's been going on recently.
Car burglaries? Seriously?
I know, right? I was thinking it was some kind of ghost story at first. But here's the thing. The way these burglaries are happening, it's almost like the work of a ghost.
What do you mean, a ghost?
Apparently, there have been several incidents already. The problem is, there's no evidence left behind, and the police haven't been able to identify the culprit. Some people are even wondering if it could be a ghost doing it.
A ghost stealing stuff from cars? That's kind of pathetic, don't you think? What, are the spirits in this town that broke?
I know, right? But still, it's weird how there's no trace of the criminal. It's as if someone is going around without leaving any clue. Some are even starting to believe it's a ghost for real.
Well, you know, I think the whole thing is kind of silly. Who would believe a ghost would do something like that? Still, it's creepy, I guess.
You should be careful too. Didn't Richard just buy a new car?
Yeah, he did. He told me his security system is top-notch though, so I wasn't too worried. But then again, if it's a ghost, it doesn't matter how good your security is, right?
I guess you're right. There's really no way to protect against something like that, huh? Anyway, I bet this whole ghost story will be a nice distraction for you before your wedding, huh?
What? What kind of distraction are you talking about? What does that even mean?
Well, at least it'll get you thinking about something else besides the stress of the wedding. That's gotta be good, right?
Ugh. Seriously, I can't tell if you're joking or if you're for real right now.
Come on, you know I'm just messing with you. But hey, make sure to enjoy the wedding. I'm coming, of course.
Of course you're coming. And don't forget, I'm going to make sure to eat and drink my fill. I need to get my money's worth from that gift money.
Good luck with that. Getting your money's worth is going to be harder than you think. But hey, have fun!
Richard, what's going on? You're still not here. The wedding is about to start.
Oh, right. I forgot to tell you. I should have contacted you earlier, but sorry, today's wedding is canceled.
Wait, what? What do you mean it's canceled?
I know this sounds crazy, but I actually got back together with my ex, so I'm marrying her instead. Sorry, really.
What? Are you serious? Are you messing with me?
Nope, no prank here. I mean, I'm excited about it, actually. Getting back with my ex feels pretty great.
That's really creepy.
Nah, trust me, it's no joke. If I wasn't serious, I wouldn't be telling you this now. I wouldn't have waited this long to let you know, right?
What do you mean you're serious? Are you really canceling the wedding?
You don't have to believe me, but you won't see me at the wedding today. Seriously, just accept it and move on. You should focus on the ceremony.
Focus on the ceremony? Everyone's already here. The guests are all gathered. We can't just cancel everything now.
Well, what about a bingo game or something? You rented out a huge venue, right? Might as well use it for something fun.
Are you kidding me? We're talking about a wedding, not some random party. People would riot if we turn this into a bingo game.
Well, that works out too, doesn't it?
What the heck are you talking about? Is this a joke? Are you seriously telling me you're canceling the wedding for real?
I am, and it's not a joke. If I wasn't serious, I wouldn't have skipped out on this wedding. It's way past the time I should have been there.
What is going on with you? What were you even thinking?
You know, love makes people crazy. I feel bad for you, but hey, you gotta accept this as a sacrifice for love, right?
You seriously think that's an excuse? Can you at least look sorry about this? You're acting like this is all some big joke.
Nah, I don't need to look sorry. If I acted all serious about it, it'd probably just make you more pissed off.
Honestly, I'm more pissed off at you than anything. At least apologize for real, you jerk.
Hey, watch your language. You've got a mouth on you. I get why you're angry, but try to calm down, all right? If you keep acting like this, you won't find any other guy willing to marry you.
You're the worst. Seriously, you're such a jerk.
I get it, but you really should learn to calm down. You don't want to scare off any future suitors, do you?
Seriously? That's insane! Can something like that really happen? I've seen videos like that on YouTube sometimes, but it always seemed like something unreal. But to hear it from you is just unbelievable.
I'm shocked too. I never imagined Richard would. I always thought he was the most sincere person, exactly like his name suggested. I never expected this from him, honestly. All this time I believed him completely, but now it feels like everything I thought I knew has turned upside down.
So you're saying your judgment of men was completely wrong?
It seems like he was nothing like the person I thought he was. Just a carefree guy with no sincerity at all, huh? The way he treated things. Like, he didn't seem to have any depth, no sense of responsibility. I'm starting to wonder how I could have missed it. Maybe I was blinded by what I wanted to see rather than what was really in front of me.
But who's this ex-girlfriend? I'm curious now. What kind of person is she? From what you've said, she must be something else for him to act this way. Did she have any kind of hold on him? Or is she just some random person who's playing him? You must know something about her. You've seen something, right?
Well, I don't really know her either. But to be honest, I don't even know much about her. There was this one time, I walked into the room and saw him texting her. It was clear that something was going on. At the time, he tried to brush it off, saying she was just someone from a business meeting, but I'm not so sure about that. His reaction seemed way too suspicious. I had a bad feeling about it right from the start.
What was her name? Can you remember her name? I need to know. Every little detail might help me figure out what's really going on here. What was it that he said? Maybe that'll lead us to some answers. If we know her name, we can start understanding everything that's happened.
Her name was Avery. Yeah, it was Avery. Now that I think about it, that name just doesn't sound right for a business partner. Why would someone from a business relationship use their first name with him? It doesn't make sense at all, does it? Why would anyone register a business contact with a first name, unless they were closer than just business partners? That's when it all started to make sense to me. This wasn't some work-related thing. It was definitely something else, something far more personal.
So, it sounds like he was definitely cheating on you. I'm sorry to say, but that possibility is looking more and more like the truth. I don't want to make any assumptions, but the signs are pointing in that direction. It's hard to ignore what's right in front of us. At this point, we can't ignore the facts anymore. He wasn't just busy with work like he claimed. He was lying to you, and now it's all coming to light. So what's going to happen with the wedding now? Is there any chance you'll still go through with it? I know you probably want to just forget about the whole thing, but it seems like you have to deal with it somehow. This is a huge mess now, and it's not something you can just walk away from. You have to take some kind of action. So what do you think you'll do about it? What's your next step?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm just as confused as you are. Part of me wants to leave and never look back, but at the same time, there are a lot of people who came for this ceremony. I don't want to ruin everything for them, especially after everything we've put together. I think I'll tell the guests the truth. Let them know what's really going on. I'll return the gifts they gave, and I'll have him pay for the wedding expenses. I'm not going to take responsibility for that. If he wanted this wedding, he'll have to deal with the cost himself.
That sounds like the right thing to do. At least this way you're doing what's right by everyone. It's not fair to make you shoulder all the responsibility for his mistakes. You didn't ask for this, and you shouldn't have to deal with it alone. If he's the one who messed up, then it's only fair he pays for the mess he's made. I'll help you with that. You're not alone in this. We'll get through it together.
Thanks, I really appreciate it. I don't know what I would have done without your support right now. It means a lot to me.
Did the ceremony go smoothly? Was everything all right, or did anything else go wrong? How'd the bingo game go? Was it as exciting as they say?
There was no bingo game. Can you believe that? There was no fun in games or anything like that. I ended up having to deal with all the serious stuff instead. I gave the gift money back to the guest and made sure their travel expenses were covered too. But guess what? You're going to have to pay for all of that. It's only fair.
Oh, sure. Just tell my parents about it. They're responsible. They'll take care of things for me. They'll handle it. They'll probably pay it on my behalf, no problem.
They already paid for it. But don't forget the responsibility still falls on you. You can't just get away without paying. You're not going to escape that.
So that's why my dad has been calling me so many times. Honestly, I don't care. I'm not gonna pay for it. My family has enough money. It's just a small sum to us. No big deal. It's nothing.
That's not the point. The point is that you should take responsibility for your actions. You can't just brush it off like this. It's your mess to clean up, not anyone else's. You can't keep hiding from your own mistakes.
When it comes to love, nothing makes sense anymore. It changes everything. Honestly, I've never cared about logic when it comes to love. You can say all the right things, but it doesn't make a difference to me. I know what I want, and that's what matters.
What are you even trying to say? You're just full of excuses, aren't you? You're selfish and refuse to face the truth. You're just pretending to be someone you're not.
If it's for love, then being selfish makes sense. You wouldn't understand unless you've been in my shoes. Have you never loved someone so much that you just couldn't see anything else? That's what love does to you. It makes you blind. But I'm not sorry about that.
Shut up, you idiot. You really don't get it, do you? You just keep digging yourself deeper into this hole. But fine, I'm done here. You want to keep living in your fantasy world? That's your problem. By the way, where's your ex-girlfriend like? I'm curious about her now. What kind of person is she? You must know something about her, right?
Avery? She's the most beautiful, noble woman I've ever met. Honestly, she's out of this world.
Nah, so it's really her. I thought so. I saw you talking to her recently. You don't hide things like that very well.
Well, what's the point in hiding it now? I've made my choice. You should hurry up and find someone else. You're gonna be alone forever if you keep holding on to this.
Just so you know, there's no place for you here anymore. You've lost everyone's trust. No one is going to welcome you back now. There's nothing left for you here.
I'm not coming back. Don't worry, I'm not interested, but thank you for the advice.
Well, I guess I wish you all the best.
Thanks. Honestly, I'm happier than I've ever been. We're so happy that we're both crying right now.
Jordan! Big scoop! Big scoop! This is huge. This is seriously bad.
Huh? What? What happened?
Listen carefully. I'm tailing that guy right now.
Huh? Who's this guy?
The scumbag, of course, Richard.
What? What's going on?
So I was out for work, right? I happened to see him walking with a woman. He was in pajamas, and it seemed like he lived around here. So I figured I had no choice but to tail him.
Yeah, well, that's definitely worth tailing. So what's this big scoop?
Well, up until now I've just spotted him, but I'm going to find the scoop soon. I'm in a car and I'm ready for an overnight stakeout.
You don't have to go that far. I'd say that, but please do it. I'm seriously dying to know.
Honesty is the best policy. Leave it to me. Hey, this might actually be the big scoop.
No way, did you find something?
That very woman, she just came out of Richard's house.
At this hour? Why?
I parked a little further away from the apartment in a discreet spot, and I've been watching from the back seat. Now she's trying to open this car.
Huh? What do you mean?
So, this very woman is trying to open the car I'm in. She doesn't realize I'm in the back seat.
What's going on? Wait, what's the situation?
I've already called the police. This woman is seriously scary.
Could she be the rumored car thief around town?
That's what I'm thinking. The police showed up and she ran off. I'm glad. That was really scary.
Yeah, I can imagine that was scary. Good job. At least we can be sure she's definitely a car thief.
She knew what she was doing for sure. She almost got the car open. I almost thought about shouting, but if she realized I was inside, I had no idea what she would do, so I didn't.
But she ran off, right? I'm glad.
I'm going to tell the police what happened.
Yeah, thanks for everything. Ah, Richard, I'll say this up front. Don't even think about coming back here.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I already know everything. Avery got arrested, right? And you ended up taking on her debt, didn't you?
How do you know about that?
We have some sources of information here. I just wanted to emphasize that there's no place for you here anymore.
No! I was tricked! Avery made me sign some strange papers, and before I knew it, I was a guarantor. Now that Avery's been arrested and can't pay back the debt, it's coming for me!
You're telling me this, but it's your own fault for not reading the documents carefully. Acting like the victim now doesn't make sense.
But I was crazy in love! I would have done anything for Avery!
So what? Do you think I'll say, well, that's just how it is? Do you think I should feel sorry for you?
No, it's not that! But you can't just leave me like this! You can at least help me a little!
Don't be ridiculous. There's no way I'm going to help you. You've had everything handed to you and now you expect me to help? That's insane.
But I never expected Avery to be involved in fraud like that! Apparently she was involved in a bunch of illegal activities! Do you know how it feels to love someone only to find out they were a thief?
Do you know how it feels to have the man you love run away with his ex just before your wedding?
Yeah, I get that, but it couldn't be helped. I was desperate back then.
Even now, after everything that's happened, you're still asking for help? That's messed up. I'm seriously disappointed in you. No matter what you say, I'm never getting back with you.
Wait, hold on. I can't get in touch with any of my friends.
Of course you can't. After you bailed on the wedding, I explained everything to the guest, and I'm sure they've all lost respect for you by now. They don't want anything to do with you.
Damn, this is messed up. Can you get in touch with my parents?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I can't even get through to my parents. I'm worried, so can you try reaching out to them for me?
No way. You just want them to help you, right? After everything that's happened, they're probably fed up with you too. I'm not going to get involved in your mess.
I can't believe you're saying that. If they abandon me, I won't be able to survive. Please, just contact them.
Fine. I'll tell them on your behalf. They're willing to forgive you if you pay back the wedding cost and the guest transportation fees they covered for you.
Huh?
They're kind-hearted people. It's not even that hard to return what they've covered, and they'll forgive you once you do what's right.
But I have no money right now. Avery made me take on her debt.
So what?
I mean, I literally have no money. There's no way I can pay back the wedding expenses anytime soon. I need to talk to my parents first.
I don't know what to say, but you need to get that money together quickly. Otherwise, no one's going to forgive you. Not your parents, not your friends, not anyone.
Wait, I'm drowning in debt here. I've already had to take loans. Help me out.
You're the kind of guy who'd do anything for love, right? Why don't you just pay off Avery's debt for her? You clearly still care about her.
I don't love Avery anymore. She just deceived me. That woman. She even rummaged through my new car.
Oh, speaking of your new car.
Ah, damn, I've been so overwhelmed that I forgot about the loan. The payments are still there. What the hell am I supposed to do about it?
Why don't you try selling it to someone who could pay for it in one go?
No way! I'm not letting go of that car! If I sell it, I'm officially a loser!
You're already a loser, though. How does it feel to be hated by your friends, hated by your parents, and still driving around in a luxury car with so much debt?
Shut up! A man's got his pride!
A man with pride wouldn't say, "Can you contact my parents for me?"
Shut up! You're just mocking me, aren't you?
Of course I am. I'd be crazy not to mock you. You piece of trash.
You keep calling me trash? Just wait. I'll make sure I get my revenge on you.
What's your revenge going to be, huh? Do you think people are going to suddenly start feeling sorry for you because you've suffered a little?
I'll make sure to prove you wrong. I'll make it all work out no matter what.
You really think you can fix this? You're just digging yourself deeper. There's nothing left to salvage here. You've lost everything. Friends, family, and now you're even losing your own dignity.
Don't talk like you know everything about me. You think I care about that stuff right now?
Honestly, I don't care what you think. You should have thought about all this before you got yourself into this mess. Avery isn't the only one to blame here, Richard. You let yourself get fooled, and now you're paying the price.
I didn't know she was like this. I was blind, okay? I thought I was helping her, but she was just using me the whole time.
And now it's too late. You've been used, and there's no one left to help you. You think your parents are going to forgive you just because you say you're sorry? No, they're done with you. Everyone is done with you.
Hey, Jordan, how's it going? I'm doing just fine here. As you can see from the photo I sent earlier, life's good.
Wait, is this Avery?
Yup, we got back together. I still have my debts, and Avery's got a ton of alimony and damages to pay, but we're living happily together even though things are tough.
Wait, why would you even want to get back with her?
You know, you can't fight love, even if she was the one who betrayed me. Once I love someone, it's hard to just turn that off, right?
You're still saying weird things. Well, whatever, do whatever you want.
I told you, didn't I? I'll show you up. See, I'm doing just fine here.
So, should I just say, well, that's great, I give up?
No need to say anything. I just wanted to let you know that I'm happy. Anyway, take care. Go ahead and live alone in loneliness.
Well, I hope you stay happy. Hey, Richard, I heard some news.
Hey, stop it! I told you, stop contacting me. Just leave me alone.
Oh man, apparently Avery got arrested again. A repeat offense while on probation. Looks like she's definitely heading for prison now.
What the hell? Are you just trying to provoke me?
You were the one who started it with all that talk. Live alone in loneliness? Isn't that exactly your situation?
Damn it! Fine, but Avery, without a doubt, still loved me. Even if everything else falls apart, that's enough for me.
Don't act tough now. Wasn't she the one who stole your car? How is it that the woman you supposedly love steals your car and runs off?
You even know about that?
I told you, I have a source here. I know everything.
Enough already. How much lower are you gonna make me feel?
I'm not doing anything, though. Besides, you're the one who made me feel miserable first, leaving the bride stranded at the wedding, remember?
I apologized for that back then.
No, you were just smiling like an idiot. You didn't apologize, and it's not something you can just apologize for either.
So, then what am I supposed to do? Betrayed by love, losing everything? What am I supposed to do with myself now?
Well, I don't really know, but how about you try a bingo tournament by yourself? Caroline, I really appreciate it. Thanks to your network, I've been able to get a lot of help.
Well, I just did some personal research, you know. Maybe I should consider becoming a detective. It was actually pretty fun.
Why not? Go for it. After all, you've already started making those detective-like YouTube videos recently, haven't you?
Huh? How do you know about that?
You've been saying I'm going to do all sorts of investigations, but that sounds way too vague, don't you think?
Hey, stop it. That's embarrassing. How do you even know about that? I haven't told anyone.
Well, I have my own sources of information, you see. Richard apparently decided to go directly to his parents to apologize for everything. He was seeking some kind of redemption, perhaps hoping they would forgive him for all the wrongs he had committed over the years. However, as everyone knows, he was in no position to be forgiven. The wedding expenses that he still had not paid off were a significant factor in this. It was an amount that was not small, and it weighed heavily on everyone involved, especially his parents. Despite the fact that they might have wanted to extend some form of forgiveness, the financial burden he had caused them was far too great to overlook. How could they forgive someone who had failed to take responsibility for such an important matter? It seemed impossible, and as expected, they turned him away at the door. They did not even let him in to explain himself further. It was a cruel reality for Richard, one that he had to face after everything he had put his family through. His actions had led to so much strain on his relationships, and this was a direct result of his failure to be accountable for his past mistakes. As I heard, Richard had been living a life constantly pursued by debt collectors. These relentless collectors were a daily reminder of his poor financial decisions and his inability to pay off the ever-growing amount of debt that hung over his head. The pressure was immense, and the strain must have been unbearable at times. In an attempt to get by, he resorted to doing whatever he could to make some money. He ended up taking on various day labor jobs, hoping they would help him stay afloat. It wasn't a glamorous life by any means, but it was the reality he had to live with. He did not have the luxury of choosing his work. He took whatever came his way just to survive. But despite his best efforts, it wasn't enough. The amount of debt he had accumulated was far too large to tackle with just these temporary low-paying jobs. The pressure only kept building, and Richard's situation continued to deteriorate. Eventually, the weight of his debts became too much to bear, and he resorted to increasingly desperate measures to try and resolve his financial woes. It was during this time of desperation that he made a fateful decision. He turned to car theft. I know it sounds extreme, but it seemed to be the only way he could think of to make quick cash and somehow get out of his financial hole. From what I've heard, Richard became involved in stealing from vehicles, breaking into cars to take whatever valuables he could find. It was a risky and illegal move, one that showed just how far he had fallen. The pressure, the fear of being constantly hounded by debt collectors, and the mounting bills must have clouded his judgment. But as we all know, actions like that don't go unnoticed. The law eventually caught up with him, and Richard was arrested for his crimes. I heard the news, and at first I wasn't sure of what to think. On one hand, it seemed like a logical consequence of the choices he had made. But on the other hand, it was hard not to feel a little sorry for him. His life had become a series of poor decisions, one after another, and now he was paying the price. But after that arrest, I lost track of him. I don't know what happened to him after that. His name seemed to fade away from the news, and there was no further mention of him in the circles I used to hear about him from. It's hard to say if he turned things around or if he continued down the same destructive path. The uncertainty about his fate leaves a lingering question. Where did Richard go after that? And how did he handle the consequences of his actions? At times, I can't help but wonder whether the man Avery had been involved with will follow the same trajectory as Richard. If you think about it, their situations are not all that different. Both men had a tendency to make reckless decisions, and both were caught in a web of their own making. Avery's ex might eventually find himself spiraling down a similar path, one of crime and desperation. After that, it's not that hard to imagine someone who has already shown signs of poor judgment falling even further. If that's the case, it would be a sad and terrifying outcome. And if this happens, then Avery truly is a frightening woman. She might not realize the role she plays in the lives of the men she chooses to be with, but the consequences of her relationships could be far-reaching and irreversible. If she continues down this path, drawing men like Richard and others into her orbit, then it's easy to see how things could spiral out of control. There's a sense of foreboding that comes with the idea that the men in her life might face tragic outcomes because of their connections with her. It's a troubling thought, one that leaves a bad taste in your mouth, but all we can do is speculate on the future. As for me, I've managed to carve out a different kind of life. Unlike Richard, I'm not bogged down by debt or poor decisions. In fact, I'm living quite a carefree life at the moment. I'm enjoying my single life, taking each day as it comes and finding happiness in the little things. There's no weight on my shoulders, no constant worry about money or obligations. My life is my own, and I'm happy with that. One of the things that has brought me joy recently is working on a fun little project with Carolyn. Together, we've started a sort of detective-themed channel where we attempt to solve mysteries, albeit in a rather playful way. Our main focus has been finding lost cats. It's not exactly a high-stakes operation, but it brings us joy nonetheless. Every day we venture out, asking around and looking for missing pets. It's become a sort of daily routine for us, and while it's not exactly lucrative, it's certainly entertaining. We share our experiences and document our little adventures online. It's a bit quirky, but it keeps us busy and adds a bit of fun to our lives. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.